Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 775-751-0349. News 46 is also brought to you by the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino. Located at the intersection of Route 372 and Highway 160, you can call the Pahrump Nugget at 775-751-6500, or you can visit their website at www.parumpnugget.com.
Tonight on News 46, VEA restores power to over 1,000 members.
11 contestants compete for the title of Miss Pahrump 2013.
And we find out more about the autoimmune disease scleroderma. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell and Jason Koblenz. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening, Pahrump. It's Friday, June 21st, 2013. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Jason Koblenz.
Happy summer. Today is the official first day of summer, though it's been feeling like summer for some time now. Later in the broadcast, Ian will tell us about the weather and if there's any changes ahead with the new arrival of the new season.
It looks like Town Manager Bill Kobarger has decided not to resign from his position here in Pahrump. The manager announced his resignation to take place next month, citing that he has accepted a human resources job in North Las Vegas. The town board agenda was released today, and one of the items is the discussion and possible decision to request that William Kobarger, Pahrump Town Manager, rescind his resignation, thus allowing Mr. Kobarger to continue to serve the town of Pahrump as its manager under the terms of his existing employment agreement. The next item on the agenda requested that to appoint Mr. David Richards as interim town manager in Mr. Kobarger's place. All calls placed to Kobarger have not been returned as of this news time.
And authorities have found 4 human bodies abandoned in the Arizona desert yesterday. Initial indications point to exposure as the probable cause of death. It's possible that they were immigrants attempting to cross into the United States. Immigrants' rights advocates have warned that even as border crossings decrease, deaths are on the rise as increased border security forces people to choose more dangerous crossing routes. According to a recent study, more than 2,200 immigrants have died in the state's desert area along the border in the past 22 years.
Over 1,000 Valley Electric Association members were out because of an apparent theft of copper in the early morning hours.
Approximately 3 a.m. last night, the Nye County Sheriff's deputies were alerted to a possible power outage in the area of Mountain Falls. Sergeant Mike Horn responded to the area of Thousand Air and Squaw Valley to Valley Electric Association's power plant to see if, in fact, there was any evidence of tampering. Valley Electric Association confirmed this morning that there was a reported power outage approximately 2:47 a.m., which impacted 1,105 members in the Mountain Falls area south of Mans Road in Pahrump. Power was restored to 789 members at 5:47 a.m. 264 members had power restored at 7 a.m. 52 members had power restored at 12:14 p.m. this afternoon. The cause of the outage is still under investigation. However, the Nye County Sheriff's deputies did locate that there was in fact copper stolen from the area of Thousand Air and Squaw Valley at that power station, as well as the power station on Mans Road. The perpetrator who caused the power outage and stole the copper actually risked their life in doing so. These are high voltage power stations, and in fact, there is quite a lot of danger in stealing copper from an area like this. If you have any information relating to this crime, you're urged to contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 751-7000. VEA's dispatch center operates around the clock 24/7, and VEA's line crews work to restore power to the cooperative's member owners as soon and as safely as possible. If you would like to give Valley Electric Association, you can give them a call at 727-5312. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. And the U.S. Supreme Court has struck down an Arizona law requiring voters to show proof of citizenship to register. The decision protects what is known as the motor voter law, and it keeps states from adding requirements to a federal registration form. The 1993 Voter Registration Act requires individuals to promise in writing that they are citizens, but Arizona wanted more. Arizona lawmakers passed a law requiring proof of citizenship, for instance, a birth certificate, from anyone using the federal form. On Monday, justices ruled that the Arizona law went too far. They stated that 90% of the people whose applications were rejected because they didn't have proof of citizenship were actually U.S. citizens.
In cases of human papillo... we got to do it over. How do you say it? Papillomo...
We're going to have to...
Cases of human papillomavirus have significantly decreased since the advent of the HPV vaccine in 2006. The prevalence of the types of HPV that commonly cause cervical cancer in women has dropped by about half in girls ages 14 to 19. That decline is even better than the CDC had hoped for.
And as we head into our first break, here's what's happening at the Prump Nugget. Going on at the Prump Nugget this weekend is a poker tournament to benefit the Nevada Youth Baseball Association. That'll be Sunday, June 23rd, all beginning at noon. The doors open at 11 a.m. It's a $50 buy-in, and $20 goes to charity, $20 goes to the prize pool, and $10 to defray expenses. Once again, that's at the Prump Nugget. And also, all month long in June is Hot Summer Nights Table Games Giveaway. There's all sorts of prizes associated with that, including a $100 Stockman Steakhouse gift certificate and a Prump Nugget Cafe gift certificate. June, don't forget bingo specials every day, lower buy-ins, as well as cash prizes and no split pots. That's there at the Prump Nugget. The $25,000 cash and iPad giveaway happens every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in June, 6 p.m. through 8:30 p.m. And don't forget that the Independence Day giveaway will be held at the Prump Nugget Thursday, July 4th. For your free gift, you need to earn 100 base points. The Summer Spectacular Celebration is going to begin at the Prump Nugget Saturday, July 6th. The party starts at 4 p.m., fireworks show at 9 p.m. Family activities include the bouncy house, a live DJ, beer truck, pool bar, $2 domestic draft and eating contest, which begins at 5:30 and lasts till 8 p.m. The bowling is open until midnight, $1 bowling and shoes. Kids Venture is also open until midnight, and there's going to be a multiplier madness from 10 p.m. till midnight, which includes 7 times the points on slots and video reels, 3 times the points on video, poker, and Keno. There's going to be a Christmas in July arts and crafts show July 12th, 13th, and 14th in the Prump Nugget Event Center. Free admission Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 9 to 4. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Parump's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Welcome back. Saturday night, the Miss Pahrump Pageant 2013 will be held at the Saddle West.
Well, this Saturday it'll be at 6:30. The doors open at 5:45. We have 11 contestants, and they range in age from 13 on up.
They have different parts of the show, including, of course, evening gown and talent competitions. Wonder if a contestant doesn't have a talent.
Actually, everybody has a talent. They just don't realize it. And we actually have been able to help them find a talent if they have felt like they don't have one. There are a couple of girls doing monologues. There's one girl that does archery as her talent. And it's actually a pretty exciting talent to watch. She has it all on film. It's really great.
That is something that you guys do have to work on, because some of the kids actually come forward thinking maybe they don't have anything to offer, and that's something that is the pageant's directors and boards to kind of work with them and bring this out and make the girls feel a little bit more secure. What do you see the difference from the beginning of the pageant starting and these applicants to the end of what you see as the end result when we're seeing something like the pageant coming up?
Well, for instance, there was a girl last year that was very introverted and shy, and now she's kind of a comedian, and her goal is to be in Hollywood, and I can actually see her be there. I believe she does have the talent to be there someday. There are people that didn't realize that they had talents that could be used and shown to other people like this, and like, for instance, drawing, the archery, and they're doing it. And it's just a wonderful way for girls to become more self-confident, to learn some new things, and it, in the end, helps them become more employable.
One of the things that is really important, that the girls have a platform, something that they believe in, something that they will strive for during the next year, that they hold near and dear to their heart. Tell me about that. Okay,
well, the current Miss Pahrump, Sabrina Mon, she is currently reading to the younger kids in the elementary school. That is has been her platform, is education, reading development with the younger children. There have been prior Miss Pahrumps that have had drug awareness or dyslexia as their platform. There's anti-bullying platforms. It's a platform that a girl should feel passionate about and want to actually help the community with.
And that's what these girls have. We're going to be seeing them here at the Saddle West on Saturday night, all 11 contestants. One of them is going to take the crown for Miss Pahrump 2013. Is there tickets still available?
You know, we are pretty close to sold out, but yes, there are some tickets available. There may be some tickets available at the door. The doors open at 5:45, but we don't get started till 6:30. And if you're seeing this late still and would like to see it, it's a very entertaining show. So it's worth the chance of not being able to get in. So come on down and see if we have some tickets left, because it's one of the best shows of the year.
Well, June is Scleroderma Awareness Month. Scleroderma is an abnormal hardening of the skin. We spoke to a local who is suffering from this disease.
Mine started with a lot of fatigue, and it started with not being able to digest food very well.
Tanya Akers was diagnosed with scleroderma. It's an autoimmune disease named after a hardening of the skin.
In about 70 to 95% of cases, it involves the skin, but it also it can involve the organs. There's a lot of different types of scleroderma, and so it can affect the blood vessels, the gastro tract, any organs. Basically, there's nothing it can't affect.
Tanya's mother, Karen, talks about what happened to her daughter.
She was working full-time, had a fantastic job, and cannot work now. She had to quit work because of the scleroderma.
The symptoms started, it took about 6 years to diagnose it, which I find now is not very uncommon, because the symptoms kind of show themselves very slowly, and they're very common symptoms of a lot of other disorders. I started having a lot of problems when I would eat. I would get bloated, nauseous. It would last for days, depending on which foods I ate. And so instead of trying to learn the triggers or educate myself to find out what was wrong, I went to the doctor. They put me through all the gastro tests. At that point, nothing had really showed up, so I got discouraged, and I just started basically not eating. After more tests, I did finally find out that I had delayed gastric emptying, which it affects how your stomach digests the food and passes it along. So the stomach the food stays in your stomach a lot longer. So that was the first thing, but they still didn't know what was causing it. You can just have that, apparently, without it being from scleroderma.
Later on, she went to a family doctor.
She just had an inkling from just those couple symptoms, and she ran some basic blood tests, but you have to check for an ANA. It's called ANA, and if it shows positive, it doesn't mean you have scleroderma, but it means that you are testing positive for an autoimmune disorder. It tipped her off, and she sent me to a wonderful rheumatologist who I still see now 7 years later, and he took that information, did more blood work, because there's more extensive blood work that goes along with that to give the diagnosis plus my symptoms.
The treatment for scleroderma.
There is no cure, unfortunately, right now. That's why we want to keep getting the word out. They've been fighting for 15 years to find a cure. So it's kind of relatively new. All they can do is treat each symptom. If you talk to anybody that has scleroderma, even the doctors will acknowledge that the emotional roller coaster and the giving up your independence is the worst thing.
Tanya's 4 children are very important to her.
Without them, I mean, it gets the purpose to keep, you know, when I have down days and they send me messages, that's what I need.
This month of June is Scleroderma Awareness Month. For more information, go to scleroderma.org. To contact Tanya, email her at acrestanya@yahoo.com. This is ZMB Clark reporting for News 46.